In the heart of the Arabian Peninsula, a profound spiritual awakening was about to unfold, forever changing the course of history. The year was 610 CE. The place, Mecca, a bustling centre of trade and pilgrimage. It was in this vibrant city that a new chapter in the story of monotheism would be written, a chapter that would illuminate the lives of billions, offering a path to spiritual enlightenment and societal transformation. This transformative chapter began with a revelation, a divine message bestowed upon a man named Muhammad. This message, the Word of God, would form the bedrock of a new faith, Islam meaning submission or surrender to the will of the divine. The revelation marked the birth of a religion destined to become a global force, shaping the spiritual, cultural, and intellectual landscape of countless societies. The revelations received by Muhammad did not emerge in a vacuum. They arrived at a time of great spiritual and social ferment in Arabia. The traditional polytheistic beliefs with their pantheon of deities were being questioned by some who sought a more profound and unifying truth. As a direct communication from God, a divine dialogue to guide humanity towards its highest potential. Its verses address faith, worship, ethics, law, and social justice. At the heart of the Quranic message is the oneness of God, Allah. The Quran rejects idolatry, asserting one creator and sustainer. This concept of Tawheed shapes the Muslim worldview. It teaches accountability in a day of judgment. This fosters responsibility towards oneself, others, and nature. The Quran emphasizes social justice and the rights of the marginalized. It encourages charity, kindness, and empathy. Central to the message of the Quran is the call to Tawheed, the belief in the oneness of God. This concept permeates every aspect of Islamic belief and practice. The Quran emphasizes that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah. It teaches the inherent equality of all human beings. This forms the basis for a just and compassionate society. The Quran encourages the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. It underscores the importance of living a life guided by ethical principles. The Quran calls for a life of moral excellence. The Quran was revealed to humanity through the Prophet Muhammad, born in Mecca in the 6th century CE. Muhammad is considered by Muslims to be the last prophet in a long line of messengers sent by God. His life and teachings serve as a model for Muslims, embodying the principles of Islam. Muhammad's mission was to reaffirm the eternal message of monotheism preached by prophets before him. He called people to abandon idolatry and worship the one true God, Allah. His message resonated deeply with those disillusioned with the prevailing social order. The message of Islam emphasized the oneness of God, equality, and social justice. The ruling elite saw Muhammad's message as a threat to their authority. They opposed him fiercely, subjecting him and his followers to persecution. Despite opposition, Muhammad remained steadfast in his mission. His unwavering faith and message of hope inspired a growing number of followers. The nascent Muslim community found strength in their shared faith, supporting one another. The call within, a life transformed. Muhammad, known for his honesty and integrity, often retreated to Mount Hira. In 610 CE, he experienced a profound spiritual encounter. The angel Gabriel commanded him to recite. This marked the beginning of Muhammad's prophetic mission. The echoes of revelation, a message received. The revelations continued over 23 years, forming the Qur'an, the holy book of Islam. Received during deep contemplation and prayer, they addressed the nature of God and social justice. Muhammad shared these divine words with his companions who were deeply moved by their beauty and wisdom. Inspired, they became the first converts to Islam, pledging allegiance to God and embracing the Quran. The revelations emphasized the oneness of God, rejecting polytheism and calling for worship of Allah. the early seeds of faith sharing the revelation. Initially, Muhammad shared the message of Islam discreetly with close family and friends. As the number of converts grew, so did the opposition from Mecca's elite. Despite hostility, Muhammad and his followers remained steadfast. Section 4. A Prophet's Courage Facing Resistance. As the message of Islam gained momentum, the opposition intensified. The ruling tribes of Mecca, threatened by Muhammad's influence, resorted to various tactics to suppress the faith. They spread false rumors, engaged in economic boycotts, and harassed Muhammad and his followers. Despite persecution, Muhammad remained steadfast in his commitment. He refused to compromise his principles or dilute the message of Islam. His unwavering faith inspired his followers to remain resolute. In 622 CE, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Yathrib, later renamed Medina. This event, known as the Hijra, marked a turning point in Islamic history. Mecca, a city of trade and tradition. Mecca was a thriving commercial hub, strategically located at the crossroads of major trade routes. Caravans laden with spices, silks, and other precious goods converged on Mecca. This constant flow of people made Mecca a melting pot of cultures. The caravan trade shaped Mecca's economic prosperity and social structure. The Kaaba, believed to be built by Abraham, stood at the heart of Mecca. Despite its prosperity, Meccan society was marked by social inequality and tribal rivalries. Muhammad's message of social justice challenged the established order. The religious landscape was dominated by polytheism, with the Kaaba housing many idols. The Kaaba held deep spiritual significance, representing a connection to the ancestral past. The Kaaba, a sacred crossroads, stood as a testament to Mecca's ancient past and spiritual center. Built by Prophet Abraham and Ishmael, it was revered long before Islam. Pilgrims circumambulate the Kaaba, seeking blessings and unity. The Kaaba, a beacon of hope, transcends tribal divisions and unites people. Section 3. A Clash of Beliefs, Resistance to Monotheism. Muhammad's message of the oneness of God challenged Mecca's religious order. The elite saw it as a threat to their power and wealth. They responded with persecution and economic boycotts. False rumors were spread to discredit Muhammad. Despite opposition, Muhammad remained steadfast in his mission. Section 4. Exile and Endurance. The Seeds of a Community. In 622 CE, facing persecution, Muhammad and his followers migrated to Yathrib, later known as Medina. This hijra marked the establishment of the first Muslim community. It was a spiritual migration, a testament to their unwavering faith. They left everything behind, embracing exile for their beliefs. The people of Yathrib welcomed them, offering refuge and protection. In Medina, they built a new society based on Islamic principles. The Hijra shifted the faith center from Mecca to Medina. Medina, a sanctuary of hope. Muhammad's arrival in Medina marked a turning point in Islam. The city welcomed the weary travelers, offering sanctuary and a new life. Medina's diverse population and spirit of tolerance nurtured the Muslim community. The Muslims found solace and acceptance in Medina. The Ansar embraced the newcomers, sharing their homes and resources. This spirit of generosity laid the foundation for a strong community. Muhammad established the first mosque, a hub for worship and learning. The mosque became the heart of the Muslim community. Under Muhammad's leadership, Medina flourished, becoming a beacon of unity and hope. The Covenant of Medina, a blueprint for harmony. Muhammad established the Covenant of Medina to foster unity and cooperation among diverse communities. It outlined rights and responsibilities, emphasizing justice, equality, and freedom of religion. The Covenant guaranteed safety and security for all citizens. It fostered cooperation and mutual respect, laying the groundwork for peace and prosperity. The Covenant of Medina stands as a testament to Islam's message of peace, justice, and equality. Section 3. The struggle for survival, trials, and triumphs. The establishment of the Muslim community in Medina did not go unchallenged. The Meccan tribes launched military campaigns against Medina, hoping to wipe out the Muslims. These battles tested the resilience and resolve of the Muslim community. Despite being outnumbered, the Muslims, inspired by their faith and Muhammad's leadership, fought valiantly. These battles strengthened the bonds of brotherhood among the Muslims. The Muslims' victory demonstrated the power of faith, unity, and unwavering commitment. Section 4. The return to Mecca, a triumph of peace. In 630 CE, Muhammad returned to Mecca with a large contingent of Muslims, fulfilling a divine decree. The Meccan tribes offered no resistance, allowing peaceful entry. Muhammad destroyed the idols in the Kaaba, rededicating it to the one true God. He extended forgiveness to his former enemies, demonstrating mercy and reconciliation. Muhammad addressed Mecca with a message of peace and unity. The peaceful conquest marked a turning point in Islam's history. In 632 CE, after a brief illness, Muhammad, the final prophet of Islam, passed away in Medina, leaving behind a legacy that would forever shape the course of human history. His death, a profound loss for the Muslim community, marked the end of an era, a time of direct revelation and prophetic guidance. Despite the grief that engulfed them, the Muslims found solace in the knowledge that Muhammad had fulfilled his mission, delivering God's message and establishing a thriving community guided by the principles of Islam. His teachings, enshrined in the Qur'an, and the example of his life, the Sunnah, would continue to inspire and guide Muslims for generations to come. With the passing of the Prophet, the question of leadership arose. Who would guide the Muslim community now that the source of divine revelation had ceased? How would the Muslims navigate the challenges of governing a rapidly expanding community and ensure the preservation of their faith? The Muslim community, guided by the principles of consultation, shura, and consensus, ijma, selected Abu Bakr, one of Muhammad's closest companions and a trusted advisor, as his successor. Abu Bakr's selection marked the beginning of the Rashidun Caliphate, a period of 30 years during which four of Muhammad's closest companions, known as the rightly guided caliphs, would lead the Muslim community. Abu Bakr, a man known for his piety, wisdom, and unwavering loyalty to Muhammad, assumed the mantle of leadership with humility and a deep sense of responsibility. His primary focus was to maintain unity within the Muslim community, solidify their control over Arabia, and defend against external threats. During his short but significant reign, Abu Bakr successfully quelled rebellions within Arabia, consolidated Muslim control over the peninsula, and laid the foundation for the remarkable expansion of the Islamic Empire that would follow. He also oversaw the compilation of the Qur'an into a single authoritative text, ensuring the preservation and transmission of Muhammad's revelations for future generations. Upon Abu Bakr's death in 634 CE, Umar ibn al-Khattab, another of Muhammad's close companions, was chosen as the second caliph. Umar, a man of towering intellect, strong leadership qualities, and a reputation for justice, would oversee a period of unprecedented expansion and consolidation for the Islamic Empire. Under Umar's leadership, the Islamic Empire expanded rapidly, encompassing vast territories in the Middle East, North Africa, and Persia. His military campaigns led to the conquest of Syria, Palestine, Egypt, and Persia, bringing these regions under Muslim rule and spreading the influence of Islam far beyond the Arabian Peninsula. The rapid expansion of the Islamic Empire under the Rashidun caliphs was fueled by a number of factors, including the military prowess of the Arab armies, the weakness of the Byzantine and Persian empires, and the appeal of Islam's message of monotheism, social justice, and equality. The Muslim armies, inspired by their faith and led by skilled commanders, proved to be a formidable force, defeating both the Byzantine and Persian armies in a series of decisive battles. The Muslim conquests were not merely military triumphs, they were accompanied by a conscious effort to establish just and equitable rule, often offering religious tolerance and economic opportunities to the conquered populations. The Islamic Empire under the Rashidun Caliphs developed a sophisticated administrative system, a flourishing economy, and a vibrant intellectual and cultural life. Cities like Damascus, Baghdad, and Cairo emerged as centers of learning, commerce, and artistic innovation, attracting scholars, artists, and merchants from across the known world. The Rashidun Caliphate, though relatively short-lived, laid the foundation for a vast and enduring Islamic civilization that would profoundly shape the course of human history. Its legacy can be seen in the spread of Islam throughout the world, the development of a rich and diverse Islamic culture, and the enduring influence of Islamic thought and scholarship in fields ranging from mathematics and astronomy to philosophy and literature. Section 4. Seeds of Discontent, Challenges to Unity. Despite the Rashidun Caliphate's achievements, seeds of discord were sown early. Rapid expansion brought wealth but also new challenges and tensions. Leadership disputes intensified after Uthman's assassination in 656 CE. Disagreements and tribal rivalries led to the first fitna, a civil war. The first fitna marked a turning point, pitting Ali against Muawiyah. It exposed vulnerabilities, shattered unity, and led to the Umayyad Caliphate. Section 1. The Artistic Spirit, Beauty as a Reflection of the Divine. The birth of Islam in 7th century Arabia ignited a creative explosion producing stunning art and architecture. Islamic art became a vibrant expression of faith, culture, and intellectual inquiry. Artists found inspiration in the beauty of the natural world, geometry, and the written word. They developed intricate patterns, stylized floral motifs, and breathtaking calligraphy. The artistic spirit under Islam was fueled by a belief that beauty reflected the divine. Section 2. The Arabic Script, a Vessel for Revelation. At the heart of the Islamic artistic tradition lies the Arabic script. More than just a means of communication, Arabic, the language of the Qur'an, came to be seen as sacred, a vessel for divine revelation and a powerful tool for spiritual expression. The early Muslims, recognizing the profound significance of the Quranic text, devoted themselves to preserving and transmitting it with the utmost care and reverence. They developed a rich tradition of calligraphy, elevating the written word to an art form in itself. Over time, numerous calligraphy styles emerged, each with its own distinctive aesthetic and character. From the bold, angular Kufic script of the early Qur'an manuscripts to the elegant, flowing Naskh and Thuluth scripts that became popular in later centuries, Islamic calligraphy evolved into a highly sophisticated and expressive art form. Arabic calligraphy, with its inherent beauty and spiritual resonance, became an integral element of Islamic art and architecture. It adorned the walls of mosques, palaces, and public buildings, serving not only as decoration, but also as a constant reminder of the presence and power of the divine word. Section 3. The Birth of Calligraphy, Elevating the Written Word. Islamic calligraphy transcended mere penmanship. It became a spiritual practice, a form of meditation that required years of rigorous training and discipline. Calligraphers approached their craft with reverence and humility, seeing themselves as instruments through which the divine word flowed onto the page. The creation of a calligraphic work was a meticulous process, involving the careful preparation of materials, the precise cutting of reed pens, and the skillful manipulation of ink and paper. Each stroke of the pen was imbued with intention and meaning, reflecting the calligrapher's deep connection to the sacred text. Islamic calligraphy, with its fluid lines, harmonious proportions, and rhythmic patterns, transcended linguistic boundaries, captivating viewers with its aesthetic beauty and spiritual resonance. It became a universal language, conveying the essence of Islamic faith and culture to people across time and space. The art of Islamic calligraphy continues to thrive in the modern world, inspiring artists and designers who find in its timeless beauty and spiritual depth a source of endless creativity and innovation. Section 4. The Mosque, a sanctuary of peace and contemplation. The mosque, the Islamic house of worship, became a canvas for the expression of the faith's artistic and architectural genius. More than just a place of prayer, the mosque evolved into a community centre, a place of learning and a sanctuary for spiritual reflection. The earliest mosques, inspired by the Prophet Muhammad's house in Medina, were simple structures consisting of a courtyard and a covered prayer hall. As the Islamic Empire expanded and the faith prospered, mosques became increasingly elaborate, reflecting the growing wealth and architectural sophistication of Islamic civilization. Despite their architectural diversity, mosques share certain common features, including a mihrab, a niche in the wall indicating the direction of Mecca, a minbar, which is a pulpit for the delivery of sermons, and a minaret, a tower from which the call to prayer is issued. These elements, often embellished with intricate calligraphy, geometric patterns and floral motifs, transformed mosques into spaces of awe-inspiring beauty and spiritual resonance. The mosque, with its open courtyards, tranquil fountains and serene prayer halls, provided a refuge from the hustle and bustle of daily life, inviting contemplation, spiritual renewal and a connection to the divine. It became a symbol of Islamic faith and culture, a testament to the enduring power of art and architecture to inspire, elevate and unite. The enduring impact of Islam. From its humble beginnings in the Arabian Peninsula, Islam, under the guidance of the Prophet Muhammad, forever altered human history. The message of Islam, with its emphasis on the oneness of God, the equality of all humankind, and the importance of social justice, spread far beyond Arabia. The Islamic Golden Age witnessed a flourishing of intellectual inquiry, cultural exchange, and artistic innovation, leaving an indelible mark on the world's heritage. Islam offers a timeless message of hope, guidance, and spiritual enlightenment, resonating with billions worldwide. Unity in diversity. Islam is the world's second largest religion, with over 1.8 billion followers. From Jakarta to Istanbul, London to Los Angeles, Muslims are united by their faith. Despite differences, they share belief in the oneness of God, the Prophet Muhammad's teachings, and the Qur'an's guidance. They live by the 5 pillars of Islam. Amidst challenges, they show resilience and a commitment to social justice. The story of Islam continues. Section 3. A call to reflection. The enduring relevance of Islamic principles. The story of Islam's birth and early development offers valuable lessons for people of all faiths and backgrounds. At a time when the world is increasingly interconnected yet often divided by conflict, inequality and a lack of understanding, the principles of Islam, oneness, justice, compassion and the pursuit of knowledge remain as relevant and urgent as ever. The emphasis on the oneness of God transcends religious boundaries, calling for a recognition of our shared humanity and the interconnectedness of all life. The principle of justice demands that we create societies where all individuals are treated with dignity and respect, regardless of their faith, ethnicity or social status. The Islamic emphasis on compassion and charity encourages us to reach out to those in need, to alleviate suffering, and to work towards creating a more just and equitable world. The pursuit of knowledge, a cornerstone of Islamic tradition, reminds us of the importance of critical thinking, intellectual curiosity, and the continuous quest for understanding. As we reflect on the legacy of Islam, let us be inspired by its timeless message of peace, justice, and compassion. Let us embrace the principles of unity, understanding and cooperation, working together to build a world where all people can live in peace, harmony and mutual respect.